We might be live now. Can anybody confirm?
For me, it's still waiting.
No, not for me.
Not for me. Not for me as well.
You know, I'm a bit confused. For me, it shows it's running since 30 seconds. Let's check. Oh, now, maybe now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, then.
You're live.
We're live now.
Perfect. Thanks for confirming, and welcome everybody on YouTube as well as we look into a new month in the Evertale meta, and we have a new methodology coming up this time with the top 10 countdown. So I'm very curious what you're gonna think. I named the video on YouTube actually a bit tongue-in-cheek, the top 1000 video instead of the top 10 video like usual. But this is for the main reason that the new methodology, like the previous methodology, actually took into account 100 teams from the top servers, from the OG servers. But now we are actually looking, or the data is actually looking at the top 1000 teams of the world. So we have 20 clusters from Evertale represented with 50 teams each, and all of them have an impact on today's rankings for the very first time. You will get to see that today, so I'm very excited to share that with you guys. Of course, now it's much broader. Before, basically every team had 1% impact on average, and now every team has 0.1% impact on the Evertale rankings, the SSR World Rankings, on average. So that means that there's even less potential for any manipulation, and even more metas should be kind of represented. So maybe if the OG servers are not catching up on some kind of burn meta, for example, then maybe it's more represented in other clusters. So very, very excited to see how this methodology will develop going forward, but also very happy already with the results. Let's see what the results will be. Somebody on YouTube, Andrew, is saying that 1000 scared me. I thought I have to learn way more heroes. That wasn't the attention, but it's really fun. No, for now we only have I think 143 SSRs in Evertale, and I would say maybe 40 of them maybe are relevant. So I think still rather easy to keep learning or keep everything in mind after a few weeks of playing. All right, then welcome everybody again. I think we can now get started. And before we actually reveal the first number 10, and while I prepare as well a little release of what that will look like going forward now, there's only a small change in how the reveals work with the number 42. Maybe the question to the round, maybe on YouTube, maybe on Discord, what are your thoughts? Will the new units, Rapunzel and Water Sleeping Beauty, get into the top 10? Or will they miss it? Or will one of them get in there? What are your thoughts?
At least Sleeping Beauty in the top 10. Rapunzel, I think, doesn't have the standalone power.
Oh, interesting.
I tried on GC10, and
Yeah.
without sleep support, that thing just dies.
That's fair, but I mean, doesn't Water Sleeping Beauty also
Yeah.
kind of need the sleep surroundings? What do you think?
Yeah, but she's more standalone. She has better sleep apply than
True.
Rapunzel.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Like a Rapunzel for fire is nothing, but Sleeping Beauty for fire is just over. It's over.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Water Sleeping Beauty definitely takes out takes out burn completely. All right. Let's see what other thoughts we have. Archie, you wanted to say something as well, right?
Yeah, I'd actually say Rapunzel is more likely to make it to top 10
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like she is a more universal unit than Water Sleeping Beauty.
That's fair. I
And the
mean, yeah.
only issue I really had with her was her AI. I don't know if that has been patched since I haven't logged in for a while, but her cracking smart AI was kind of wonky. But that's really the only issue I had with her.
Yeah, that's fair. There was some concerns about the AI for sure. But yeah, I mean, what you say is true. I think that the thing with Rapunzel is that maybe she works in other compositions as well. And I think the combo Rapunzel and Water Snow White is very interesting. In terms of
Very good,
the
yes.
elements that work together, right?
Yes, I think they would actually. I think they would work pretty well together, but I haven't been able to try it since I only got Rapunzel.
Fair. I personally also I got 1 copy of Rapunzel and 0 of Water Sleeping Beauty, but I also don't run Sleep, and I also don't run Rapunzel in my first platoon. Let's see what the chat says. We have Bloodmoon saying handsome man. Okay, awesome. Axel saying Rapunzel might be top 10, but not top 5. Clover agreeing. Asher is saying both will make it. Shikanoko agreeing. Axel saying Water Sleeping Beauty will not get into the top 10, and Sergio is saying he's disappointed for both. Well, I mean, honestly, I would be glad to see more disappointments in new SSR releases because then it would mean that the power creep is a bit slowing down. Yes. Okay, and on YouTube, somebody saying missing PvP. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, now the PvP in the manual PvP, I suppose, because we have automatic PvP now. All right, I'm not very impressed. Rapunzel could stand alone. Himiko, let's see if she can make it into the top 10 this time. Blood Moon using Rapunzel to fight against sleep. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I think there are quite some application
He does have a good
cases.
purify.
Did it again, Archie?
He does have a decent purify, so he could go against sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really like the combo that I see in battles with her. On the one hand, when I have Water Anya on the field and she comes in, that is an immediate heal and purify, but then also every time she gets the turn, basically, she can get off a golden purify, which is very nice in terms of spirit and in terms of purification, especially against sleep teams, which are super prevalent. So yeah, definitely very interesting. Let me quickly reveal to you another water unit, not Water Sleeping Beauty, but on number 42 coming in hot, we have Water Snow White, actually up 2 ranks compared to last month, and we have 11.1% usage in the 1000 top teams that I looked at. Only 3% in Japan are still using her, but we have 18%, 17%, and 16% in all the other regions. So quite some usage still. And meanwhile, Sergio is saying Percy is underrated and Rapunzel is overrated in my point of view. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, let's see. We don't even have the you didn't even see the true power of both of them yet. Maybe you will change your maybe you will change your assessment afterwards. And Axel is saying, yeah, we do not have Water Snow White shares. That is true. Water Snow White is not listed in EverTrade. I mean, she is already nearly 700 days old, so not a lot of sense in having her in there. She's just not high enough in power, but now she's really up again with 376k, which is kind of nice for this sleep stealth unit with very low survivability. Theo is saying Percy is perfectly rated. Okay, let's see. I mean, let's just get started with the top 10 then. What are your guesses for number 10?
Ooh.
Ooh, Axel is saying Yukata Ludmilla, which would be quite the drop. Okay.
Yeah,
Theo,
Deco, probably. Yeah.
Jared and Kia saying Dark Sun Wukong. She was number 10 previously, so the bet being, okay, she stays at number 10. Blood Moon is
If not
agreeing.
10, then lower.
Oh yeah, fair. I mean, Dark Sun Wukong really lost a lot last time, if you guys remember. That was probably a very big surprise back then. Let's see if she drops further.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go with Sleeping Beauty.
With which one?
Oh, right. I forgot that there's two of them. The old one, Earth.
Ah, the old Earth Sleeping Beauty. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Asher is saying Kaguya. Okay, that would be a bit of a drop, but fair. We have Riscott saying Swimsuit Dark Sheen. Sergio is searching for the last top 10 list. It's in the top. Wait, what is it? In the oh, I need
Tier
to
list
find it
and
myself.
stats.
In the tier list and stats channel. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Archie. Last time number 10 was Dark Sun Wukong with Angel Jean. Number 9, Odin 8, Kaguya 7, Yukata Ludmilla 6, Percival 5, Light Anya 4, Cleopatra 3, Dark Cinderella 2, and Water Anya 1. Yeah, but this was last month, so keep that in mind. I didn't just reveal the the newest top 10 in case you were thinking that. Perfect. Clover also linked it, so that is perfect. All right, we have a few more guesses for Odin, for Angel Jean. Oh, Angel Jean seems to be a very common pick here. Average person is also joining. Awesome. Saying Rapunzel. Maxi is going with Otohime. Interesting. She rose last time quite a bit. Excel saying she will be up further, but not top 10. Oh, Indiglo is also joining. Welcome, welcome. She is saying Otohime for number 10. And we have Drew. Not sure if I'm saying that. Draw. I'm really confused how to pronounce the name. He's saying he doubts Otto. Okay. Well, let's see. I think we already got the correct guess in there. We had quite a few guesses. Very happy with that. Oh, let me check YouTube before we go. Oh, IC Galaxies is saying, bro, I got up way too early for this. Appreciate I appreciate the support getting up early for this. In war, if 50 million platoon kills a 40 million platoon, does it come back weaker than it was against a 10 million platoon? No, it's just about the number of kills. All right, Blood Moon now saying Dark Sun Wukong or Rapunzel. Excel locking in the Angel Jean. All right, I'm gonna reveal it now. Some of you guys were correct. I think we got off to a great start here in terms of guessing, to be honest. And we have none other at number 10 than Dark Sun Wukong yet again. So congrats for those who got that right. But she is down nearly 500k in true power. So she's now only at 4.59 million, which is a 10% decrease in the EverTrade market value. So if you have her on sell as a short position, you will have made some money. And I think also interesting to see here is quite a divergence in terms of regions. We have 82% of Japanese teams using Dark Sun Wukong and only 32% in rest of Asia. So that is really a huge difference, probably the biggest difference for any unit. I'm not sure, but we can keep an eye on that. But yeah, Dark Sun Wukong is down, but still, I think, very good. And I mean, personally, as a free-to-play player, I'm still using her in my Platoon 1 very successfully. So yeah, this is that. And there was one comment actually yesterday night, a very interesting comment. Let me read that to you guys on another video. I despise anyone who plays Cancer Wukong. You should be ashamed to exploit a badly designed, broken character that I hope will soon be nerfed. Yeah, you guys better not tell him about the other nine units that are even ranked higher than Dark Sun Wukong. I don't think we will see any nerfs from Sixer for Dark Sun Wukong anytime soon, to be honest. The sleep is already nerfing her quite a bit. Damn, we are getting a really big group here. Awesome. All right. Yeah, I think, I don't know, any comments on Dark Sun Wukong before we move on to the next number? Anything that wasn't mentioned? Let me see. Average person saying she's only good in Tower of Trials. I wouldn't say only good, but yeah, probably still the strongest PvE unit in the entire game.
Best when she doesn't have to fight against teams designed by other players.
Wait, say that again, Archie. Sorry.
As in, she doesn't do as well against teams designed by
Yeah.
other players.
For sure, and especially now. I mean, now they are even pushing sleep yet again, which I found kind of interesting with the Water Sleeping Beauty release and the Rapunzel release. Even though Burn didn't really have the full domination mood achieved yet, they are already nerfing it again, and so they are already also nerfing Dark Sun Wukong because she is also struggling against sleep for sure. Yeah, all right. Then let's move on to number 9. So number 10 stayed actually exactly the same. Let's see if it's also true for number 9. What are your guesses, guys? Indiglo is saying Burn had like 2 weeks of being meta. And it's actually true. It's really, really rough for Burn teams out there, right, Jared?
3 weeks. After Mordred, 3 weeks break and then fucking water.
Man, it's really rough. I don't know. I feel like Evertale Sixer really hates Burn teams a bit. Well, I mean, to be fair, Burn was doing much worse 1.5 years ago than it is now, but still, yeah, it's rough out there.
With the new Burn units, you can just build so many stuff, so many different things like anti-fire burn team.
Yeah. Especially
anti-water burn team with S Clarice now. Oh, that one is going
sounds very
crazy
experimental.
in war.
Okay.
It's very experimental, but it works, and that's what's counting.
Not bad. But
Love
yeah,
it.
now it's rough. But let's see. Maybe they surprise us and bring back Burn yet again. I mean, to be fair, Burn is still super strong counter against the new top guard kind of Yukata Ludmilla. So they still have some stuff going for them. But if you run into Water Sleeping Beauty, I feel like I don't know what chances Burn has right now.
Good chances, I'd say, but as soon as there's a Anya, it's
oh, right, because of the stun absorb, yeah.
Otherwise, even sleep can't stop fire. That's really good. But as soon as stun absorb, Tobias doesn't really do the job anymore because he's too squishy. But Anya just any platoon and I'm gone. That's
damn. Yeah, Light Anya probably expected that we see her later on again. Probably not on the number 9 spot, maybe not. Let's see what are the guesses for number 9. We have Clover and Kyo already saying Odin. We have Axel going with Kaguya, Riscott going with Odin.
Yeah, I actually agree with Odin as well.
Also Odin from Archie, okay. We have Rapunzel from Axel. Sergio is saying Yukata Ludmilla. Escher is saying Angel Gene. Indiglo is going with the new unit Rapunzel as well.
Maybe Odin?
Okay, Jared also agreeing with Odin. I mean, Odin is just still super, super solid, I think, in Arena because, yeah, I mean, because of all the Ravens that you can spawn if you use her in Platoon 2 or Platoon 3, which are basically pseudo guards that also steal spirit from you and ideally also revive Odin quite a few times. So still very good, even though I think for Platoon 1, Odin is really really not an option right now. But yeah, I mean, we are talking about full arena teams here. So Kyo is also locking in Odin. Excel saying Laidania will drop, but not to number 9. Primivoro is also saying Odin. Kyo is saying Laidania will stay top 5. All right, very interesting stuff. Average person is going with Odin. Indiglo is saying Odin is solid because of the amount of aggro she and her birds have. Absolutely, yeah. Blood Moon is saying Odin, but I want to know how far Ludris fell. Well, we will have to see that later. She wasn't even top 20 last time, right? If I remember correctly. All right, there was at least one who already got it correct. So I think we can already move on and reveal who is the number 9. I think I didn't miss any guesses on YouTube. Nothing there. So then we can go for that. It is a unit that is exactly 200 days old today. So for some of you that have the whole release schedule memorized, this might already be giving it away. But yeah, happy 200 days to this unit, the number 9, that is Odin. So I think the majority got that one right. She is also losing 400,000 of true power, which is 7% of her market price. Previously number 8, now number 9, with 65% usage in the top 1000 teams that I looked at. 84% usage in Japan again, so very, very high usage in basically every Japanese arena team. In the other regions, it's more like 40 to 60%. Very, very good to have at full awakening, of course. But yeah, for free to plays, I wouldn't recommend her anymore just because you really need the 5 copies. And I would rather save that soul stones for that for any other absolute carry units, which Odin is not. As Indiglo mentioned before, she's really just an aggro magnet for you, which is just spawning some additional guards in your Evertale team, which can obviously guarantee success in the arena, but it's not a must-have unit, I think. But yeah, very good from most of you with the correct guess here for the number 9. But yeah, so Odin fell 1 rank. That already means that we at least have to see either a new unit or an old unit overtake some rank here. But let's see who that is later on. Maybe it's already somebody at number 8. What do you guys think? Who could number 8 be now that we have seen number 9, Odin? Okay, we have Indiglo saying Kaguya. We have Blood Moon going with Mordred, which would be quite an insane increase, especially given the burn nerfs. But let's see, everything is possible, especially considering that now we have 900 more teams included in the data than before.
I think the new DJ.
Oh, the swimsuit dark Jean, Angel Jean.
Yeah.
So previously she was number 9. This would be a slight rise here in terms of ranks for.
Yeah, just a good anti-sleep car.
True.
Is really good.
Yeah, the stealth shield definitely something interesting, as always, in combination with Kaguya, which is another guess that I see flowing around here from Clover, for example, from Kyo. Kyo actually raising a good point as well here with Kaguya because of the new burn units. Interesting. Yeah, Kaguya definitely struggling against burn for sure. We have Riscoach saying, okay, we see Rapunzel now. Axel going with Kaguya. Sergio going with Rapunzel. Okay. Asher going with Rapunzel as well. Okay, I think most guesses so far. Yeah.
Yukata Ludmilla.
Oh, Yukata Ludmilla, something to mix it up a little bit. That would be a bit of a drop. Okay, interesting. But yeah, I mean, more and more. I mean, to be fair, with some release like Rapunzel, which ignores guards, maybe guards see a little drop because of that, and also
yes, that is my reasoning.
And also, of course, the the survival passive ignores are hurting Yukata Ludmilla, because in the first 150 time units, if she's not facing burn, then she's pretty much invincible as long as there's not a unit that can kill her on 1 HP that ignores her survival passive. All right, what other guesses do we have here? Kiyo is saying Rapunzel will come in maybe afterwards. Oh, Indiglo, interesting information here from her. In her experience, the stealth shield and sleep wards aren't enough to keep things from being slapped by Water Sleeping Beauty. Blood Moon is joining the Wylud bet from Archie. Axel is saying Yukata Ludmilla will rise. She has proven herself very viable against the sleep team as well as most meta fronts. They all use her in some form. I don't think 8th position will be Violet. Okay, well, that's a fair assessment. We have just someone with negative IQ saying Nagi on YouTube. That's a fitting bet for that name. Nah, just kidding. Oh, we have the Destroyer joining as well. Welcome, Blends at 10. No, we had the reveal already. Number 10 is Dark Sun Wukong. Blood Moon using fan service, room temperature IQ. Okay, very good. Nah, I don't want to diss someone with negative IQ. All right. Isn't a lot of fan service in Evertale for sure. Let's see if we get profit. Okay, I think basically it comes down to I mean, there were some outliers, some Yukata Ludmilla bet, for example, but it seems pretty much that people are split between Kaguya and Rapunzel here for number 8. And I can already say that one of these fractions is correct. I'm going to reveal it now. We have at number 8 Kaguya. So everybody who got it right, congrats. And she is actually dropping. So yeah, the stealth shield doesn't seem to be enough to keep her really, really strong and relevant. Yes, she has 86% usage in Japan, but she seems to be pushed further down in later platoons to hopefully kind of guarantee a comeback for your team potentially. Yeah, I mean, we start to see a pattern here. Japan is usually very uniform in adapting the top units. We have 86% here for Kaguya, but still nearly 1 million true power loss for Kaguya, which was number 2 unit at the end of last year. So now she is down to 8. A lot of strong reactions in the chat. Some people probably not so happy with that. Indiglo saying Burn needs Fire Gene. Absolutely agree. I'm actually surprised that we didn't see that yet. I'm surprised that we saw a second Dark Gene before before the first Fire Gene. But yeah, well, it is what it is. Let's see. But yeah, I think we already talked about Kaguya. Obviously, with whenever she's not against burn teams, it's still a huge struggle to play against her, because she just keeps triggering that kind of cursed sleep potentially on your team. Even if you keep purifying and even if you have some sleep wards, they will just get used up by Kaguya so quickly. So still absolutely a very, very strong unit, especially in combination with Angel Jean. And I think very popular right now to use her in maybe Platoon 3 or Platoon 4 together with Swimsuit Dark Jean. Okay. I think let's look onwards to number 7. Clover is already saying, okay, Rapunzel. Kiyo saying probably, yeah. Archie, what is your take?
Yeah, I agree with Rapunzel as well. I think this is where she'll probably be.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see. We still haven't seen any new unit here in this countdown revealed, and only 7 units from the top 10 left. So let's see if these units have made it. All right, let's see. Indiglu saying Kaguya doesn't need to be awake to keep her lunar curse going. Yeah, exactly. And also she has some nice kind of stun reduction, stuff like that. So still very, very powerful unit, I think, for sure. Axel going with Rapunzel now, Destroyers saying Mordred at number 7. Let's see. Shikanoko
I'll
is
go with Rapunzel.
Also going with Rapunzel from Jared. Okay, I think a lot of unity here so far. Is Kaguya really great, or 88% of Japanese players just choose her because she looks kinky? No, I think people generally wanna win in Evertale, especially the people who are spending so much money on the game. So I think the data is relatively reliable that that Kaguya is still a great unit. Let's see. Indiglo is saying Yukata Ludmilla. Sergio also saying Yukata Ludmilla. Average person Rapunzel. Axel actually saying, okay, maybe Yukata Ludmilla top 4. Maxi is asking, where's Otohime? Well, I'm not sure if we will still see her in the top 10, but if not, I'm gonna reveal the extended view towards the end of the stream for sure. Delta saying SRR Nagi, super rare Nagi. That a new unit type. Then let's see. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? On YouTube, Light Alice. Okay. Well, not sure about that one. But let's see. I think we can reveal it. A lot of people saying Rapunzel, a few people saying Yukata Ludmilla, a few other guesses in between, like Mordred, and one of these guesses was correct again. This one actually interesting. I think last time we had a lot of struggle in the first few units where we always had to do a second guessing round, but people seem to be very in tune with the meta right now. Maybe it's because we only saw an unusual low amount of new units released, I would say, in the last 6 weeks or so since we had these rankings. All right, then let's reveal the new number 7. It's no longer same. Well, I mean, that's clear because Kaguya was number 7 before, so that's not really spoiling anything. Let's see. We have at number 7 a unit that is how do I put this? Well, a unit that is used by nearly 50% of teams already, and that is even though she was only released 11 days ago. So we have Rapunzel at number 7. A lot of you were correct in that. 6.27 million true power, so that comes in higher than the IPO we had in EverTrade. So everybody who got a share in EverTrade of Rapunzel is making a nice profit, I would say. And yeah, Rapunzel is now available for trading in EverTrade. So if you wanna get her, you can trade in the EverTrade channel on Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, you can check the link in the description. But yeah, we have a fun free trading game going on here on the TRU Discord. So yeah, check it out if you haven't already, for some fun betting. So if you think Rapunzel will go even higher next month, then this is the time to buy her. If you think she will fall, then you can sell her. Kyo on a roll today, apparently got every guess correct so far. Very, very nice performance. Let's see if now everybody starts following Kyo's guesses. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? Average person still doesn't get the IPO. Maybe quick explanation before we go on to the next unit. The IPO basically is a hidden auction where everybody sends the offers to me, and then the median of all these offers is the price at which the people that offered the median or higher buy the new SSR unit. And if that median is lower than the true power that is revealed later on, then all these people are making a profit. If it is higher, then people are making a loss. So yeah, this is what EverTrade is about, and we already see Axel buying Rapunzel, expecting her to rise further. Although he could also buy it double, so not the mega conviction right there yet. Indiglo doesn't like betting, but is sure Rapunzel will go up more. So yeah, take that into consideration if you want to buy her and do some market front running potentially. Let's see. But for now, we get back to the top 1000 countdown here, with the number 6 coming up next. Well, actually, should we talk something about Rapunzel? Yeah, I mean, maybe. Why is she top 7 now? She has a nice passive ignoring attack that is really good. She ignores guardians with 2 of her attacks, so that is nice. And she's just a unit that can be relatively universally used, I think, because she has also some burn hold ground, basically. Possible even maybe to use her there. But yeah, just a very good generalist unit with a bit of a wonky AI, but probably good enough. Also interesting in the combination with Water Sleeping Beauty. And yeah, so that's why she's up there. She has the Golden Purify, which is very nice against any team that relies on negative status effects. And yeah, and the Healing Mist, of course, is something to point out. Very, very nice if she can distribute that to your other team members, because that was already a very, very nice gimmick that Yukata Ludmilla introduced into the game. Anybody with Healing Mists and Hold Ground is for sure doing quite well. All right, let's see. We already started guessing the next ones. Clava is leading the way with the Yukata Ludmilla guess. Axel is saying Percy. Clover is saying top 5 is pretty solid from last time. Okay. Blood Moon is saying King Arthur back to number 6. Well, I mean, maybe because of the different metas on some of the servers. Let's see.
I'd go with the new Lud.
Okay, Jared is going with Yukata Ludmilla.
Yeah, I'll take Yukata Ludmilla as well.
Okay, Archie agreeing with Yukata Ludmilla. We also have Blood Moon, Maxi, Rizgod, Indiglo saying Yukata Ludmilla at 6. So a lot of Yukata Ludmilla guesses. Some are saying Percival. Kyo is still considering Storm Gene and Angel Gene. Okay. Axel is saying if Kaguya is number 8, not possible for Swimsuit Dark Gene to be number 6. Well, I mean, fair. There's some correlation there for sure. Sergio and Destroyer are saying Light Anya, which was previously the top guard. So basically, I would say if you say now Light Anya, you think that Yukata Ludmilla might have overtaken as the top guard. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it could very well happen.
Light Anya, you mean, Archie?
Yeah. It could happen that Yukata Ludmilla overtakes her. Because I was expecting them to be a bit closer. It reminds me of when Bride Lancelot came out, and I thought her whole gun mechanic would make her on the same level as her.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Bride Lancelot, I still think she had the potential to go to the top or overtake Light Anya if they didn't release King Arthur 1 week afterwards. Because of that whole super poison basically invalidating her. That was really rough. But I mean, I'm still happy that I took Bride Lancelot instead of King Arthur back then, because Bride Lancelot will be, of course, of use longer than that. But yeah, King Arthur. And the whole return of Super Poison basically afterwards, really difficult to handle for Bride Lancelot. Yukata Ludmilla isn't that vulnerable to poison.
Yes.
But
Which
fire.
is why I think she might take over from like Anya.
What did you say, Jared?
But weak to fire. I mean, Light Anya, you have to use her against 2 systems, fire and stun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just losing. And Ludmilla is just good against everything that isn't burning.
Yeah. Very good points. I mean, both of them bring a lot to the table, and Light Anya definitely has proven her worth over. I mean, now I think she's 1.4 years old or something like that. And we're still talking about her potentially being in the top 5. So very, very, very good performance from Light Anya. The stun absorb still as relevant as ever. All right, let's see. Do we have any other guesses? What did I miss? Inigo saying with Dark Sun and Cleo and Poison never really went away. Good point. Poison definitely in a better space than also 2 years ago or something. See, okay, well, also someone with negative IQ on YouTube is I just find this so funny every time I say it. But yeah, Water Anya fell off. Okay, let's see if Water Anya comes in at number 6, or if it is Light Anya, or if it is Yukata Ludmilla. I think those were the main guesses. Not sure if we had any others. Oh, we had Percival guess, of course. Percival previously number 5, if I recall correctly. All right, then let's reveal the number 6, because yet again, people are on fire today in terms of the guesses. We never need a second round. Everybody seems to be in tune with what is happening, and we have at number 6 coming in a unit that is actually gaining true power, and it has been a while since her release, but it has only been actually, yeah, it feels like it hasn't been that long, but it's already been 74 days since her release. Yukata Ludmilla at number 6, so congrats to everybody who got that right. With some decent increase, actually, 500,000 true power plus. So everybody who has some long positions in Yukata Ludmilla is making a nice profit, especially because there is some nice dividend paid as well. So if you have 2 long positions in Yukata Ludmilla, you basically just made 2 million PP from this trade. All right, and Kyo lost their streak, unfortunately. Well, 10 for 10 would have been pretty crazy. I'm not sure if it has ever been done so far before, but still very good performance, 4 out of 5. A lot of people making profit here with Yukata Ludmilla. Well, yeah, I mean, I think we already talked a lot about Yukata Ludmilla. Jared also raised some good points. I mean, she's super weak against Burn, but pretty much everything else, she's just crazy. And I think a good example for that is actually I'm running Yukata Ludmilla with certain units in front because Burn is not really existent on my server. And there's another guy who is basically running Bride Ludmilla instead of Yukata Ludmilla in front, but using exactly the same team otherwise for the first 6, 7, 8 units in Arena. And I basically beat them every time without fail, just because of that small difference here in terms of which guards is being used. So definitely a very, very strong unit. And that means we can move on to the top 5 though, because Yukata Ludmilla stays at number 6. Let's see how the rest develops. We will see number 5 in a bit. What are your guesses?
I'll bet like Anya. I think Percival has overtaken her.
Yeah.
Okay. Jared
Would
also
agree with
going?
that. Also light Anya, yeah.
I see.
Nothing much the water units did that could raise her again.
Clover is saying Percival. Destroyer saying Light Anya. Sergio asking when will Burn rise? Well, maybe with the Fire Gene release.
I need
actually,
myself some sleepy immune fire charge.
Exactly. Yeah, this will be the next crazy step in the evolution. But yeah, I mean the Mega Healing Burn is already going into that direction, I suppose. So just need to crank that up even more, and then it will be very interesting for sure. Actually, I think there's no burn unit yet that has any kind of like big time summons or revival functions, right? So yeah, I think a Fire Chain could actually be very interesting in that regard.
Or Fire Anya.
Oh yeah, true. Fire Anya is also very popular Char Anyas that also didn't see a burn unit yet. And I mean, every Anya so far that has ever been released made it into the top 10 in the last 3 years. So that is definitely a good sign if they release a burn Anya. Let's see. We have Axel saying Percy at number 5. Riscott already saying, okay, top 5 stays exactly the same. Sergio saying Percy. Maxi saying Percy. Indigo is saying Light Anya. Destroyer also saying Light Anya. Axel already saying Water Anya will drop in rank. Average person is going with Percival. Asher going with Percy. Kyo going with Percy. Rimiboro going with Percy. Kyo is saying maybe Cleopatra and Light Anya swapped. Riscott saying Percival. Bloodmoon asking Storm Anya was top 10. Actually, great question. 3 years ago, when Evertale 2.0 started, Anya was the best unit in the game. Hands down. The auto barrier was at that point rarely ignored, except afterwards, after Dark Snow White was released. So up until Dark Snow White was released, Storm Anya was definitely the number 1 unit in the game because she had the damage output, she had the guarding, she had the auto barrier, and yeah, so there was really no downside to Storm Anya. She was an absolute must-have at the beginning of Evertale 2.0. All right, let's see, what else did I miss? Riscott asking Finn used to be top 10. Well, not in Evertale 2.0. Maybe at the very, very start of Evertale in 2019. But even then, nah, kind of meh. I mean, maybe as a finisher unit in manual PvP at number 8 position. Sure, possibly okay, but maybe not top 10 material anyways. All right. Indiglo saying, watch us all be wrong, and it's somehow Water Sleeping Beauty. Let's see. I mean, I can already tell you guys that I was actually very surprised by the Water Sleeping Beauty true power. Very positively surprised because I thought she would come in much lower. So yeah, let's see where she ultimately lands. Destroyer saying dark units will drop a bit because of Water Sleeping Beauty and Rapunzel. Well, actually, yeah, that's an interesting point because Water Sleeping Beauty introduced a mechanic that is really kind of split between the elements, kind of nerfing one half of elements and helping potentially, because of the relative advantage, the other half of elements. So that will be interesting. Clover could die soon. Well, that would be a shame. Try to hold on to life until you know the new SSR World rankings. Endless Reset, OP, but probably 5th. Okay, you guys already know that this is coming from someone with negative IQ. Let's see. Excel saying Water Sleeping Beauty not top 10. Indigo saying probably 11 to 13. Okay. Can only hear half of what Truck's saying. Well, maybe it works better if you just listen in on YouTube and type in the chat on Discord with the rest. But yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna reveal it now, I think. Let me just find the correct picture. We had an interesting split. I think pretty much, I'm not sure. Did we have any other guesses besides Light Anya and Percival for number 5?
Well, there's that one guy who chose
oh yeah,
Water Anya.
Oh yeah, right. Who also put now endless reset. Okay. Well, okay, besides that. And Axel saying maybe Cleopatra if it's not Percival. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna reveal it now. We have at number 5 a light unit. Well, that doesn't answer most of you guys' questions.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows?
Exactly that meme. Yeah, people still going crazy with Percy and Light Anya guesses in the chat. Yeah, it's both of them light units, of course. Well, let's go ahead. It is a unit that has
Mordred, of course.
Oh yeah, true. Mordred also a light unit that that has been released recently and is definitely super strong burn unit. But it is not Mordred, I can tell you. On the other hand,
Light Alice, let's go.
now we're talking just all random light units, or Light Ludmilla maybe as the ultimate, the very first SSR guard in the game. No, so we have Light Anya at number 5, and you can see it here, 96% usage in Japan. Actually, the highest usage around the world with 86.6% in 1000 top teams. That is the new top usage number. Went down quite a bit because we are taking into account so many more top teams. But yeah, she is down 1 rank, but still she is up in true power. So everybody who bought Light Anya in EverTrade actually makes a profit here. Yeah, I mean, I think Jared already mentioned some good points because Light Anya is still the universal guard that pretty much just every team needs. You need it to counter stun, you need it to counter burn. You also kind of, I mean, it's not bad to have, I guess, if you're running against sleep or poison, because of that mega heal in the beginning. So yeah, very little downside.
She can tank 3 hits. Very important.
Yeah.
I think the stun absorb is the more important thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it depends fully on which team you run into, but yeah, if otherwise you would be debilitated by a burn team that just stuns you to death, then Light Anya keeps you in the game. It's interesting because I think
round.
yeah, it's interesting because when Light Anya
one shot, let's go.
when Light Anya was released in January, or what was it, February 2023, it looked like it's not enough to kind of stop the stun meta that was prevalent at the time with Storm Jean. Or it was a bit underwhelming what she put to the battlefield because she would just stun, absorb, and then die. But the thing is, if she doesn't absorb stun from a burn team nowadays, for example, then she's still very useful with the Purify heal, with the instant gift turn. So just a lot of nice things about Light Anya, and I also like that if she comes in while you have Water Anya on the battlefield, she heals all of your units and purifies them. So that is the case for every light unit, but I think it's very nice because she's a guard, and basically, besides Light Ludmilla, the only light SSR guard in the game, if I recall correctly. Yeah. All right. Good.
I noticed how both guards gained power, even though the latest unit that released could ignore guardians.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? I was also surprised, although keep in mind that maybe, I mean, this is a bit due to possibly one thing is the new methodology where we just take into consideration so many more teams around the world. So guards might get a boost from that. But on the other hand, you also have to consider that maybe some of the other guards have fallen off more, and there's more a concentration going on into the top guards, which at this point are probably clearly Light Anya and Yukata Ludmilla, and then maybe Bride Lancelot on number 3. So yeah, that is that. Let's see now for number 4. Let me see what I missed in the chat. 1 second. I'm just gonna take a sip of tea. All right. Let's see. Guards fell off. Excel saying 287k profit. That's a very nice number because that's also my birthday. Then we have Loki must be top 1 due to her booba, probably. I mean, let's see. Loki maybe has a chance in the true art appreciation polls that I have going on right now. The main competition starts this week. Percy goes higher. There's Destroyer. Well, if not another unit comes in here, let's see. Blood Moon is saying that's capped. My Light Anya doesn't get one shot yet. Yeah, I don't think she can from most units. Then we have Indiglow saying now Cleo at 4. Riscott is saying Percy 1 million. Axel now saying 4th would be Cleo. Interesting. So Axel, maybe you want to explain a little bit on your reasoning there, because I think you said number 5 Percy, and now you don't think number 4 Percy, but Cleo. That's interesting. But let me catch up on the chat first. We have Destroyer saying Dark Cinderella. Okay, that is the first mention of her we had today. That would be a drop of 2 ranks. Destroyer saying Cleo is currently better than her. Well, I mean, in some situations, and in others maybe not. Blood Moon is saying Himiko at 4. Like Anya mixed with Burn, no, not necessarily. I think more like if she's on the enemy team. I reckon Maxi is already saying first Cleo, but we are guessing number 4 now. 4.
I think I have to agree with Cleo.
I mean, it would be.
I'll also go with Cleo.
Archie, what did you want to say? So, one drop of Cleo.
I mean, her Dusk Mirage is pretty good, but I don't think she has a really high damage output after that.
I mean, 600%, but yeah, she doesn't have really an armor ignoring attack or something. So yeah, the imposter mechanic for sure, the main drive here. What I really like is the Cleopatra Percival combo still, because Cleopatra does Dusk Mirage, Percival does a Blast Wave, and then because of the kill of a dark unit, which is an imposter, it basically stuns the enemy team to death with that second Blast Wave. So that is why I like the combo, but let's see who gets out on top. I think we have Cleopatra guesses, we have Percival guesses, we have Dark Cinderella guesses here for number 4. So now we are getting a bit more mixed. Sergio is saying Cleo. Gerald on YouTube is saying Percival. Indiglo is actually saying Rapunzel's Ignore Guard hurts other units more. That's actually a fair point, I think. I feel like, okay, I'm still a bit behind on the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at the 4 minutes ago messages now. Okay, it seems like a lot of Cleo guesses now for number 4. Let's see. Himiko post here for 6.9 million. Nice. Average person saying Percival. Remy Boro is saying Cleo. Okay, now I caught up, I think. Okay, great. So I think all the guesses, basically Cleo, Dark Cinderella, and Percival. Not a single guess for Water Anya, the previous #1. So people still think she is at least top 3, I suppose. And also no guess for Water Sleeping Beauty or any other unit, well, except maybe Himiko or something like that, where people think, okay, she might rise. Okay, so that is interesting. We have basically these 3 main guesses. Yeah. Destroyer coming in with Mordred at 4.
Of course. Mordred OP.
Stormcallan. Okay, now we're just getting very random here. I think let me actually look up Stormcallan, because the fun thing about having now 1,000 teams that are influencing these SSR world rankings, besides just being more accurate and everything, is also that we have more granularity on the lower ranks, because previously, of course, if you're just looking at 100 teams, there's very few units that even go above 0% units compared to the whole SSRs that are available. But now actually there's 131 units that are used at least in one team of these 1,000 teams. But where is Stormcallan? Let me see. Callan. Darkcallan. Ah yeah, Stormcallan currently number 63 with 110k true power. So she is not number 3, but she's actually number 63. All right, Indiglo has to drop off for work. Appreciate your input. Was very, very good to see and hear your perspective there. Let's see. Any other guesses that we have? No. Okay, I'm gonna reveal it now. Okay, quick question from Clover. Of course, very important. Which is the number 69 in the in the SSR World Rankings right now? That is Dark Ossia. Fittingly, I think at number 69, this Dark Vampire unit. Yeah, if you know, you know the image of Dark Ossia in the full awakening. But let's see now that we have the number 4 reveal. Someone in top 1000 uses Stormcallan. Yeah, not just someone, but actually 2% usage for Stormcallan. So that means around 20 teams that are using her somewhere in their arena platoons. All right, but let's see. Number 4 now. Okay, final question. Nagi. Nagi. See. Yeah, Nagi is actually number 114 with 5,048 true power. Which means he's used in 3 teams of the 1,000 teams. Very nice stuff from Nagi.
Nagi OP.
Exactly. All right, now let's reveal the number 4.
There's a glimmer of hope for Nagi.
Bride Nagi.
Glimmer of hope for Nagi, Bride Nagi. But number 4 now is Cleopatra, and she rises in true power despite falling 1 rank. 69% usage rounded in the top 1,000 teams. So we are staying in the 69 theme that we have going on here right now. 89% in Japan are using Cleopatra, while outside of Asia, her usage is much, much lower, which is very interesting, I think. There's, again, a unit where we have a big shift in terms of regions. But yeah, she's down 1 rank, gains 228,000 true power. And I mean, 8.4 million true power is a very, very good amount, I would say. So we are really in the high territory now.
You know, I think the usage might be pairing with Dark Sun Wukong, since she also had a similar usage distribution.
That's a good point. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing is, Cleopatra is ranked much, much higher than Dark Sun Wukong now, or in terms of true power at least. So that kind of gives an indication that Dark Sun Wukong is often not used in Platoon 1s nowadays, but Cleopatra still seems to be a top pick. for the first 4. All right. Archie saying those 3 know something we don't. Those 3 that are using Nagi. Very nice. Riscott saying Percy making profit. Blood Moon is uninstalling the game. Aww. Sergio was already saying who is number 3. Dark Cinderella. Destroyer saying, goddamn, the Westerns don't use Cleo. Imagine hating Egypt culture. Yeah, I think definitely underutilized Cleopatra in these servers, but I'm not complaining because I'm playing in America, so the less people are using Cleopatra, I'm absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, me as well. Always banishing my Servi.
Oh, true, exactly. Yeah, I think Cleopatra is actually really good to some degree against burn as well. She kind of keeps me in the game against burn units because he has that initial stun ward, and then she can banish the Cerberus, which opens up the burn team to my Dark Sun Wukong attack. So that is definitely
Also,
a good point.
As fast as Commander Astrid and
Gilgamesh, right? Yeah, yeah, it's very similar speed for sure.
Or even faster when you don't have the right items to really do the speed right for those 2.
Yeah,
and it's very bad when you have to face a Cleo, and then your tank gets banished, and
then you're open to attacks.
If you run to Nobunaga is dead. But if you don't run Nobunaga, then Cleo is dead.
Fair, yeah. Very good points here. Let's see. Okay, I think already people are going on to the to the next units here. Everybody excited to see the top 3. Riscott is saying, okay, she has to be number 3. No way Percival is reaching higher. Clover also saying Percival at number 3. Excel saying maybe water Anya drops.
Dark Cindy.
Dark Cindy for Jared. Okay. Yeah, I think, honestly, yeah, let's see where Percy ultimately comes in. Not saying she's in the top 3, but.
I'm with Percival too.
Yeah.
Okay, Archie going with Percival. But yeah, because some people are a bit surprised here, or at least saying, okay, number 5 should be Percival and stuff like that. Percival is such a nice all-rounder in anything that isn't really sleep teams, but even in sleep teams to some degree. She brings a lot to the table, especially after 200 time units when she can really go off the rails with the elemental eruption, with the kills with the Royal Void. And also Percival might be my favorite 1-copy unit right now. Although, that's because I use both Percival and Cleopatra with 1 copy, and they are already providing immense value at that. But yeah.
I really wish I had gotten a copy of her.
Of which one?
So good.
Of Percival?
Percival, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really.
Isn't she the only unit that can get 3 turns back to back without relying on an RNG mechanic?
True. Well, there's one exception. You remember which one, Archie? It's a one-time exception, but
wait, Dark Sun Wukong, yeah. Dark Sun Wukong could get 4.
Yeah, but Dark Sun Wukong, as well, that is kind of using her passives, but there's also Otohime, right? Who has the Drowning Blossom that she can use 3 times in a row instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree that Percival really has the strong combo where she enrages herself, then does the elemental eruption, possibly mega poisoning, stunning, or sleeping the enemies, and then doing a Royal Void to finish off some Hold Ground Plus unit, probably. So yeah, a lot going for Percival. That said, the other units that we are still expecting in the top 3 also have a lot going for them. So let's see what it will be. We have some guesses for Dark Cinderella at 3. We have some guesses for Percival. I think most guesses on Percival. Excel is saying maybe Water Anya at number 3. Average person, and Asher saying Percival. Let's see. Image for the boys. Okay. See that. Let's see. I'm still trying to catch up on the chat. Oh, Lullaby is also joining again after taking a little break, I think, from Evertale. So welcome back. Looking forward to you doing some reviews again. Having to catch up on all new characters for sure. We have Destroyer saying number 5 Frog Knight, number 4 Frog Warrior, number 3 Gary, number 2 forgot the frog name, and number 1 Nagi. Okay, nice. All right, 3 is Jin. Oh yeah, Jin is another top frog for sure. Biggie Warrior, best guard. Very good for the beginning. Okay, well, I think we have all the guesses coming in. We had some discussions. Time to reveal it. People are basically saying, okay, it's either Percival, Dark Cinderella, or Water Anya. Although I think from what I've seen, most people are going for Percival here at number 3. But that being said, we had a lot of Percival guesses already for number 4 and number 5. So let's see what it will really be. I'm gonna reveal it now. We have the number 3. Oh, just someone with negative IQ on YouTube is saying 3rd will be Water Anya. Okay, so another guess coming in just in time. But the thing is, someone with negative IQ wasn't right so far, so I'm not sure if that is jinxing possibly Excel's Water Anya guess. All right, let's see. We have the reveal at number 3. It is Percival, up 1.5 million true power. So everybody who is long Percival is making a very, very, very big profit. So congrats.
I could have bought 2.
Damn, I just bought her for the first time. Then she's gonna drop next power next month. No, no.
What do you mean? You just bought her before, so it's fine. You're benefiting.
No, first time.
Yeah, that's fine. You bought for the old price. This is the new price. Basically, now the market price rises by 21%. So if you bought Percival a few hours ago, it's all good. You're benefiting just as much. We have 62% usage. For Percival, the usage is a bit more equally distributed, 76% in Japan. Yeah, not a lot to say because we already said that a lot of good things about her. Another thing that I failed to mention is her poison and burn hold ground, which is super annoying because every turn she gets and isn't sleeping, she basically can heal with all of her skills. And then she immediately has that hold ground going again. And because of that kind of burn and poison hold ground, she's also somewhat tanky against Dark Sun Wukong in some circumstances, which is very annoying to me. But yeah, super strong unit. Let's see. Actually, Axel, if you had double Percival on long position, then you are making, I think, nearly 6 million PP profit because you also get some dividends paid out. Let's see. Okay, good. I think I caught up on the chat. We have number 3 Percival. So I don't know if you guys think we will still have a surprise coming up, but we only have 2 units left. We have Percival at 8.6 million true power, which is already quite high. Not sure how much true power will be left for the top 2 units in the game. What do you guys think? Who will be number 2? Shikanoko is asking, did I say PP profit? Yeah, exactly. It's power points. That is the currency of the EverTrade SSR trading game. So everybody starts with 100 million PP and then wins or loses according to their trades. All right, let's see. Rizgod is saying Dark Cinderella number 2, Indiglo as well, Destroyer as well, Sergio as well, Maxi as well. Escher saying Dark.
I'll have to go with Dark Cinderella as well.
I'd go for Water Anya.
Water Anya. Well, I mean, both of them are kind of interesting, I think, because let me wait 1 second. Let me blow my nose.
I mean, the reason why I'd say Dark Cinderella over Water Anya is because Water Anya has a better survivability, in my opinion. If you don't pretty much get 2 turns back to back, she will just keep healing, and every time she does it, your team gets weakened. So I think she has a better survivability and support than Dark Cinderella.
Yeah, Dark Cinderella has really, really bad survivability. If you don't really have a team for her, like the first SSR you pull is Dark Cindy. Yeah. She just dies way too fast.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Cinderella especially weak, right, against sleep, which Water Anya can deal better against, given that her auto purify basically triggers when her power barrier goes down. Both of them have a lot going for them, and I think, there are reasons why they are dominating in arena so much, even though a lot of the times they might not even be used in Platoon 1 so much, but still, both of them can help your team a lot. I mean, Dark Cinderella more as a DPS with the kind of Berserker mode and with the Spirit Steel and Spirit Crash. But Water Anya just with the permanent kind of increase of armor with the power barrier as long as it is up. Very easy to get it up again. Her main weakness is really stun, which is a bit rough sometimes now with Percival being around. And of course, the burn teams utilizing more and more stun. But I mean, the big thing for Water Anya still, I suppose, is the elemental circuit. I still don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, every unit basically becoming an entry unit as long as she's on the field is a very, very important mechanic in arena, much more so than in wars, for example. So that is why the SSR world rankings, given that it is about arena, Water Anya's a very, very strong pick. So I think the opinions are basically split between Water Anya and Dark Cinderella, although I think slightly more people are putting Dark Cinderella at number 2. Right. But Escher is saying the overall power for top 10 units is increasing. I think this is actually true, which is interesting because I wouldn't have expected an increase in concentration given that the scope increased from 100 to 1000 teams. But I think it speaks to the quality of the previous methodology that we didn't see any huge upsets yet. Although let's see what happens now with number 2 and number 1. We have the Himikins showing up again. All right, Riscott is saying Dark Cinderella at 2. Okay, then let's reveal the number 2. It is a unit. What do I say about this unit? It is a unit that can help most teams. No shit. But it is also a unit that is over 100 days old at this point. And it is a unit that is staying at the same rank. It is actually Dark Cinderella, who is 102 days old now. I kind of set up a trap here. Dark Cinderella still at number 2, but gaining 640,000 true power, so very impressive. Actually, didn't see that coming. 89% usage in Japan. Only America's really lagging behind in Dark Cinderella usage, but keep in mind that this is before Dark Cinderella's Fountain Banner came out. But But yeah, I mean, huge increase, 7.6% plus for the market price. And I mean, we already mentioned that Dark Cinderella, once she gets going, and especially because she has that insane RNG going on with the coin flips on her blasts, on her shatter blasts, it can really be crazy where she just does, okay, shatter blast, gets another turn, uses her savage skill that is an instant skill, then she uses another shatter blast, again the RNG hits and she gets another turn, and so on and so forth. And then maybe finishing it off with a demolition rate, and especially because the Berserker mode might keep going the whole time because your spirit is so high in your team because you keep stealing all the spirit in the opponent's team. So yeah, very, very strong from Dark Cinderella, and still holding on strong. It is true that she is weak against sleep in terms of survivability, but yeah, it is what it is. Let me catch up on chat here. Gerald also said Dark Cinderella on YouTube. Very nice. Iniglo pretends to be shocked. Nice. Let's see. Destroyer saying she increased despite that Water Sleeping Beauty and Rapunzel combo. Yeah, it's interesting, but I think any top team right now has Dark Cinderella at least in Platoon 2. So that might be the reason. That's like the lowly. Ah, welcome Stray, also now joining. Awesome. The conversation. Anya, the true MC. Let's see. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, we already talked why Dark Cinderella is so good with the Berserker mode, etc. So I think we can go ahead and just reveal the new number 1. Let me just find her picture. Asher is saying Angel Gene number 1. Moderate guesses now. Well, the light matter is
Yeah,
real.
moderate. Always. 500k to everyone is strong.
It is, yeah. I mean, moderate. Honestly, at her release, I didn't quite think she's the strongest burn unit, but now I feel like she might just be the most essential one, despite Cerberus and Gilgamesh being a thing. I don't know. What do you think, Jared, as a burn expert?
I think for fire, still Cerberus is
right.
the most important by a long slide. She is just way too tanky. Even at one copy, 65% damage reduction, if you can't go around that. She's basically fully awakened Bride Astrid, so
yeah. I mean, the thing is,
how much elf do you want?
I said it when she was released. She's basically a light Anya 2.0 in terms of what her mechanics bring to the table, because she has all these crazy heals at first with the first 3 hits. She even has the kind of mega healing burn that she can unlock. She has the stun mechanic. She has the attack all skills. A lot of things she's bringing to the table for burn teams. The only problem being, of course, that burn teams in the arena meta are somewhat struggling right now. So I think I'm gonna release number 1 while we have Nagi, Storm Ludmilla, etc. showing up here.
Galuga number 1. Yeah.
Galuga. Oh man, this is so crazy that he still didn't get an SSR, but well, I mean, as long as Evertale is around, there's still hope that there will be an SSR Galuga sometimes. But here we go. I'm gonna reveal it now after. Oh, we are already live for nearly 1.5 hours anyway, so it really is high time to show it to you all. Here we go. This is the big reveal you have been waiting for. And this is, of course, the number 1. That is Water Sleeping Beauty right there. It's kind of hard to tell. It's also a water unit. But yeah, here we have the number 11. Water Sleeping Beauty coming in way higher than I expected, to be honest. I didn't think she would get 4.6 million true power. That is actually insane. And actually, special shout out. Let me just check something. But think
It's still a loss for the people who bought her, though.
Yeah, it is. But special shout out to Risgod and Clover with their IPOs. They were super close to the exact true power value. Risgod actually with 4,569,000 bid is only 4K of the true power of Water Sleeping Beauty. I mean, the IPO value was 4.9 million, so the people who got it still make a slight loss, but it's nothing drastic, I would say. You can see a clear regional divergence here is 47% usage in Japan, where the combo with Rapunzel is a very potent one, it seems, or a very popular one. But in the other regions, she's not quite picking up as much. And to be fair, I can see why. But yeah, super strong in a sleep comp with Rapunzel for sure. Let's see. IPO is white for once. Yeah, congrats, Clover. Searcher is saying overrated. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel so too, but I mean, this is what the data says. A lot of strong Japanese teams, basically every, especially on the OG Japanese servers I saw, I think the top 5 teams, all of them basically use Rapunzel and Water Sleeping Beauty in their starting lineup. All right, let's see. Okay, well, let's reveal the real number 1 now. Let me get that ready for you guys. This was just the number 11, but she came really close to the top 10, and I really didn't think it would happen. So, congrats to everybody who saw that kind of coming. Indiglow saying, Water Sleeping Beauty has been leading my team to victory lately, although I'm more focused on War of Realms than Arena. Okay, well, yeah, for sure, probably a very strong counter team in Wars with Water Sleeping Beauty. Just need to drop it whenever somebody drops a burn team.
Not only that.
Not only that, fair,
everything with light Anya.
True, yeah, everything.
Even
is
without Rapunzel. Crazy.
True. Water Sleeping Beauty has a lot of potential. I think especially in War, I think it's fair to say a very strong War unit. Destroyer is waiting for Bride Himiko, okay, and Bride Kaguya as well, maybe as a combo, since Kaguya and Himiko came out with the same event. Let's see. Bride Michaela kind of was already included, I guess, in the Storm Chain, maybe. I'm not sure if we will see a separate one. But let me show you guys the number 1 that you have been waiting for. It is yet again Water Anya, and I think it's the 7th month in a row. Or no, I think the 6th one. She's getting really close to the record of Cinderella. She is losing true power, so it is getting a bit really tight towards the number 1 spot. She's only at 9.3 million true power now, only under parentheses, because yeah, I mean, this is still the highest true power in the game right now, but she was over 10 million power sometime. This is now a bit far away, but yeah, the second highest usage in all top teams, so 84.5%. And you can see 97% usage in Japan, so pretty much every single top Japanese team is using her. So yeah, Water Anya still holding on to the number 1 spot. I think Cinderella claimed the number 1 spot for 7 months in a row. Water Anya now 6 months in a row. So let's see. Let's see where it goes from here. Cinderella, yeah, 7 months, I think she was at number 1. All right. Japan saves the day. And yeah, I mean, actually, what I wanted to say as well, Rapunzel and Water Sleeping Beauty, who is the third non-guard unit that is usually run together with these two. It is Water Anya. So yet again, I think the Rapunzel and Water Sleeping Beauty release kind of actually saved Water Anya's #1 spot.
Yes.
So yeah. Sergio
Oh.
asking top usage for every region. I need to check that. I don't have that at hand. Sorry, I interrupted somebody.
I think Otohime also pairs well with those three. Also, Light Anya is a must.
Right. Otohime coming in maybe probably from the reinforcements for them. So yeah, that is basically
Yes.
the team then. Light Anya, Rapunzel, Water Sleeping Beauty, Water Anya, and Otohime from the reinforcements. Super powerful sleep comp right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Should I reveal some other units still? Any units you guys are interested in where they land? As always, I'm gonna
Fire
reveal
top 2.
the fire top 2. Good point. Let me see.
Since they don't get to be top 10 anytime soon.
True. Yeah, right now it's hard to imagine how they can do it, but I mean, let's see. Fire Gene could do it. Indiglo making a very good point here. Rapunzel wakes up units, yes, but dead units can't take actions either. Usually Rapunzel finishes off units a lot of the time, so doesn't matter if they wake up by it.
Yes. Oh,
All right. Riscott is asking about Dark Chain, but let me check first on the top
Serbi
burn units.
the best, and then Jill probably, just because she's been out longer than Mordred. I mean, I'm just being finished with my Mordred.
It's actually really
Wish
close.
I would have gotten better, but no berries go into Serbi to get 100% now. Nearly there.
That is
If
very
you just collect fire, you have enough resources to do that. Also 90% Gilgamesh. But then Serbi came out, so I had to stop.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, those three are pretty much clearly the top burn units right now, I think. Let me check, but the top burn unit, according to these rankings, maybe because some other comps use her somehow, I'm not quite sure how, but
Mordred.
Exactly, it is Mordred coming in at number 20 as the best burn unit in the game right now. 13% usage in rest of Asia, 40% in Japan. She's actually gaining a bit of true power, so everybody who is long Mordred can celebrate a bit. So yeah, that also answers already Destroyer's question that was posted immediately afterwards. This is the best burn unit in the ranking right now, and she's a light unit, so that's fun. W's in the chat. But yeah, I mean it's very close. So Gilgamesh is number 22 and Cerberus is number 23. So all of them are very close together right now. And between them at number 21 is actually Bride Ludmilla, which is the real rest in peace moment we have here right now, because I think this is the first time that she dropped from the top 20 since her release in summer 2021. So she nearly managed to stay in the top 20 for 3 years, which is very respectable given the power creep. But yeah, here we go. Bride Ludmilla dropping 670,000 true power, 20% down in market price, still with 57% usage though. But in Japan, it's already decreasing a lot. We see 40%, while in the other regions, basically 2 out of 3 teams are still using Bride Ludmilla. All right. Was there any other question? Yeah, there was Angel Gene, I think. So let me quickly check that. Angel Jean comes in at number 13 with a huge drop in true power. Actually, 1 million true power down, 63% usage. Yeah, not much to say. Stealth needs another release, I think, to make her stay relevant or rise again. And I think the big problem for Angel Jean nowadays is that passive ignoring attacks are becoming just more and more prevalent. So the Michaela's rescue passive isn't as potent anymore because it doesn't trigger when, for example, the smite of Rapunzel hits her with additional elemental advantage. And also the Royal Void of Percival is a strong counter to Angel Jean. All right. Okay, Rizgod is asking for Cerberus. Let me quickly get that. Cerberus actually a bit surprising, but then again, I think it's because of the kind of sleep rise, which just pushes down a bit. She's actually losing a bit of true power right now, going down to 2.4 million. With 43% usage in Japan, but just 15% in the rest of Asian servers. All right, then let me quickly post the top 14 overview to wrap things up. With a bit of a new format, but it's very, I think you will still recognize this quite a lot. It's still basically the same, but some movements around and some edits that are made, but it's still looking very similar. Always happy to have feedback on the format. I can still change it, of course. Here we go with the top 14. It's still loading. Here we go. You can see it here. Water Anya number 1, etc., etc. We heard it in the stream, but 11th is Sleeping Beauty, the new one. Then we have Bride Lancelot going down 1 rank to number 12. Angel Jean down to number 13. And Otohime down to 14. So, yeah, a lot of true power losses, except outside the except for the top 10, where we have a lot of increases. But of course, the big winner this time is Percival and maybe Yukata Ludmilla. So, sorry, not Yukata Ludmilla, but Rapunzel. So, light units definitely on the rise. I'm not sure. I think they might have overtaken the dark element now in terms of the total true power, but I'll have to check that later. I think it's very, very close between those two elements, which is interesting because they are just separate elements from the rest. But yeah, water, earth, and storm, and of course fire are not really high up here in this list. All right, but yeah, and as for the changes, I mean, I added the 4th row here in the title, where you can see now the battalion power of all the teams that are considered. That is a total of 495 billion. So I think it's quite representative. And I also switched the age and the usage column, but and also made the circles now go full at 1 year of age. So you can see Light Anya is already over 1 year old, but she's the only unit in the top 14 that is over 1 year old right now. Whew, okay, I'm losing. I need to I need to drink a lot more now. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I've been talking for quite a while, but I think it was a fun event. Thank you all for joining this live stream, either on YouTube or on Discord. Appreciate it a lot. I'm gonna post the top 28 and the top 42 as usual in my Discord and on my YouTube channel later on. And I also have some special video prepared that kind of shows the development of the true power. Well, actually, I don't have it prepared yet, but I'm gonna make it in the next week before we possibly see a new unit on Thursday. All right. Then thanks all, especially to the Asian viewers who stuck around for so long, even though it's already quite late, I think. Much appreciate that you were here. And also, of course, to our European and American viewers that tuned in. Oh my God, 2:30 a.m. Yeah, really time to sleep, especially because it's Monday tomorrow. Now I feel very sorry. Maybe next time I can manage to do it on a Saturday and also a bit earlier, so the Asian viewers also have a chance. Although then the Americans have to get up early, so it's really kind of rough to find a good time spot for this. But thank you in any case, everybody, for joining. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to become true to become a true carrot. I very much appreciate all your support. And yeah, that's it for now. Have a good night or a good day ahead of you, depending on where you are, or a good evening ahead of you if you're in Europe. Thank you all, and see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the new methodology, which will give even more solid results, I think, in the future. All right, see you around. Bye-bye.